Good evening, everybody. I am Stuart Davis. Thank you for joining me on this glorious Sunday, and we are going to be looking a week ahead at the content coming up on this channel. What is this channel? Well, my name is Stuart Davis, as I said earlier, and I am a flawed man of God. I am a relative nobody. I'm a deacon at a small church just outside of Richmond, Virginia. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a biblical scholar. I haven't been to seminary. I'm not trying to get you to join my congregation or donate to any special cause. What I'm here to do is offer insights, opinions, and just different content as it relates to Christianity, as it relates to the what I consider a everyday average Christian. I am not denominationally or doctrine tied to any particular institution of Christianity. It's just me in the Word. Now, with that said, what I'm doing tonight is testing my live stream on Rumble and giving a look ahead on what's going on. So, if let's see how this is working. I've got Rumble up, so it should be excellent. Okay, it looks like Rumble's working. Dog. And I'm gonna mute that. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing to see. And the other thing is, I'm going to be doing some introduction work, some very cheap introduction work as it stands. And as you can see, I've been working on this for the better part of 2.5 hours. It is not always an easy thing trying to get new tech involved. Rumble does make it difficult at this time to live stream. And in the meantime, my lights in the back there, they're not making it very well. They're on their way out. I need to charge them overnight. And so they'll be ready for tomorrow. So again, here we go. Tomorrow is Monday at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to have Eric Rollon on. He is here to talk about the second half of our 12 Tribes of Israel study. If you did not catch the first one, I highly recommend it. But what this study and discussion has to revolve around is 12. Jacob had 12 sons. And on his deathbed, he gives them kind of an insight to what they attitudes and possibly the destiny of the tribes that they will lead out of Egypt. Well, they won't lead, but their tribes that will eventually come out of Egypt and reach the promised land of Israel and also by extension Judah, how they play those roles. Again, for the nations of Israel and Judah throughout the exile, throughout the occupation of Rome and many other invaders, and eventually Jesus Christ and beyond him, all the way to Revelation and maybe even to present day. With that said, he is going to be finishing up that discussion and study. I highly recommend coming in for that stream. It is a long and fulfilling content. We usually go about 2 hours, and it's just an excellent time. Tuesday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I will be working with Billy Dyer. Billy Dyer will be coming on the show. He is a very good apologetics teacher and advocate. He is the person who introduced me to apologetics, and we are going to be discussing the importance of teaching apologetics to our youth today. Why is that important? It is very important that we prepare our youth to walk into a world that does not think that believing in God the way it's supposed to be done, in the full true sense of being in the Word, and not the modernization type of changing what doesn't fit societal expectations. There's a lot of pressure for them to not believe. And we need to prepare them when the gotcha questions are asked, or did you know questions are asked, and they don't really know much on how to defend their positions other than, well, this is what I know from in the Bible, this is what I know from Sunday school. So we need to make sure what we teach them in Sunday school is enough. And I think that's one of the big failings of churches, at least from my generation, and probably to this day, is we don't teach our kids enough to be ready for when they go out into the real world, to be challenged on their faith with a hope that the majority of them will make it through on the other side. Wednesday. Wednesday at our normal time between 8:15 ish, whenever I start, we will be getting into numbers. We have finished our study on our book, or cover to cover of the Bible reading. We've finished the book of Leviticus. We will now be starting into numbers, and that's what we will be. Numbers 1, 2, chapters 1, 2, and 3 of Numbers ostensibly is what the plan is, and we will see where that leads us. Thursday, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, we will have Reverend Hans Feeney from Lutheran Satire on, and he is going to be talking about humor. Hans is a hilarious, had a hilarious personality, a true master of injecting humor in a think for a thinking man's way of understanding how Christianity relates to the outside world. But we are going to be talking more about humor as it relates to the Bible, humor as it relates to our own faith, and then some interaction as humor as it relates to our own Christianity and reaching out to others. Because a lot of times seems like the Bible is very humorless. I'm somebody who often has that worry myself. I love comedy. I love laughing. It brings me joy, right? So one of the things I would love to do is see some more of what I don't really pick up on in the Bible, and that's actual laughter and actual humor. I laugh at many situations. I think, and I have a kind of a gallows humor about some many things that happen in the Bible, but these aren't things that are intended to be funny, at least in my opinion. But we all say that God's got a sense of humor, right? We'll put Hans to the test on that. See what he has to say. He is he is going to be an excellent commentarian on that, and I do advise that you tune in. And if you don't tune in live, tune in afterwards. If you have anything approaching the sense of humor that I type of sense of humor that I have, you will definitely enjoy it. And that brings us down to Friday. Friday, depending on how long the stream goes on Thursday, and I may do a stream on Friday, and assuming that I don't have another guest that pops up on there in between, we will be continuing into numbers, and we will look ahead at the week going forward from there. So everything looks like it's going well on Rumble. Everything looks like it's going well on Rumble. So I finally figured that out. It ruined my Sunday evening trying to figure that out, and now I'm just a wee bit bitter about that. So because I put that hard work in. If you're on Rumble, if you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Twitter, dude, like and subscribe to this channel if you appreciate what I'm trying to do here, which is outreach, give new and folks curious and interested in learning more about the faith a venue to go to without having to take what I think necessary step of going to church first. You can kind of put some feelers out here. That is fine, but man, you need to go to church and also for people who are established Christians, well established in their faith and happy with it, who just want to hear content of a faith based nature. Tune in, share, like, comment, be part of the community, be part of the conversation. The intent of this channel is to become an interactive channel where I'm doing these things live and I'm getting your thoughts on with whoever I'm talking to, whatever I have to say about a given subject, or as we're reading through our Bible and you have some insights or some thoughts or some disagreements with what I'm saying, I would appreciate it. It is welcome here, and I would love to get your perspective on there. There are many different perspectives out there. So, with that said, everybody enjoy what's left of the weekend, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night. God bless.